Welcome to the Prince Makai channel. It's your boy Prince Makai and I'm back with another video. This is going to be a topic about how I talk to a drug addict.
I need it!
I'm going to let you guys know how that went, so let's talk about it.
When all the smoke like a vape pen. Hold on, brother, chase him. Say my name, I pop up like the boogeyman. Fucking the game over, dropping bangers with no...
Now, before I say this, I just want to say I am not judgmental of drug addicts. I used to be, but the more you get older, you grow, and the more you go through life experiences, and you're kind of like, wow, like, life can be so stressful and crazy at times. Then, you know, the pain that you're going through, like, now I understand why people do drugs.
Ooh, the nerves are so bad. Maybe I need to start smoking weed.
I just will never do it. I've never done any drugs in my life. I've tried weed when I was 17 and I tried cigarettes. But other than that, you know, I've never done any drugs. I never will do any drugs. I'm not judging anybody, but it's just not for me.
That doesn't make it wrong. That just make it ain't my thing.
I don't care how hard life gets. I'm just not going to do it. I come from a family of drug addicts and I've seen it. You know, people do it in front of me. I've had friends that have done drugs, so I just choose not to do that. But anyways, I was talking to this boy. Remember the video that I made about Mary and Jane, the two twin sisters that I was really, really close with, and how Mary pretty much crashing out because she thought that the dude that hollered at me that she was messing with only after a week had already had sex with him.
What a hoe.
And at that point, I'd gotten pregnant by him. But anyways, the same dude, yeah, him. I come to find out that he is, I don't know if he's still on drugs, but at the time, 2023, when I met him, he was heavily into drugs and alcohol. Mind you, the alcohol triggered his seizures, but he would keep doing it.
You dumbass!
Now, I must say, you know, I shouldn't have never been talking to him. He had all the signs of, even if he wasn't on drugs, he had all the signs of someone that I should not be talking to. But at the time, I was doing it to really spite Mary after she had already been harassing me, having her family members call her mom or her cousin harass me after she was going around dogging me out to him and to other people, which I come to find out he would still let her come to the crib and he would be talking shit about me, but yet in my inbox telling me, because at that time we hadn't met yet, in person, because he was in Connecticut, I was in Maryland, that he can't wait to see me in person, and we had a long distance, and that how much he really liked me, and we would talk every day on the phone, and because he's bisexual, so he had told me that he had just gotten out of something, but he was really looking forward into getting something with me. Whole time he was just fake as fuck, playing both sides, and you know, with all of that, you know, him lying about his lifestyle, him lying about where he came from. I found out so many lies.
And you a dirty lie.
From his father, who was staying with him because of his seizures, but his parents were paying his rent. Mind you, this man is 30-something years old. He already had 2 kids, and now when we found out that Mary was pregnant, even like after I stopped talking to him, we found that out. I really grew to have feelings for him, and a part of me also felt bad for him and had sympathy for him. I thought that was something that I could be able to take over and kind of like handle.
Okay.
But I have my own issues. I have my own problems, and I'm so glad that he ended up going back to his ex-girlfriend at the time. She was pregnant with his child, but she didn't want nothing to do with him. So by the time she came back around, and he told me, he was like, hey, you know, I really, really like you, but I'm just gonna go back to her. I'm like, at that point, I'm like, good. He lied to me about where he was from. He lied and said he was from New York. That's what he told Mary and I and Jane. And he wasn't from New York. He was from our hometown.
He won't admit it.
He won't admit it.
He lied and said he was a gang member. He's not a gang member.
He's a liar!
He made it seem like he had his own place and that his dad just came to stay with him for his seizures whole time. You know, his dad and his mom were paying his rent. I found out that he was on the sex offenders list. He wasn't even going to tell me that. He would be talking about, you know, me to his best friends, making it seem like I was chasing him and I was all up on him and obsessed with him. Whole time I have receipts to go blow up my phone. He would send me long paragraphs. He would tell me how much he liked me. We would be on the phone every day.
Calling me every day. We talked every day.
Even at times when he would go out, he would turn off his phone or he would say, I'll be right back. Next thing you know, I'm getting a call from his dad that he's in the streets looking for drugs. Mind you, anybody that's from Connecticut, anybody that's from up north, period, in the winter, it is a dead zone. Like, you can die out there if you don't have on proper clothing for that, because the winters there are brutal. I've been through it all with him, and he would have his episodes where he would go out looking for drugs. I've been there where he was going through trying to look for, you know, jobs and stuff like that, and they weren't hiring him because of his background, or he would get a job and then for some reason he would get fired, and, you know, but still getting the tea from his best friend and his father, who obviously know him way better than I. And I don't know why I didn't leave, but I just decided that I was going to stick through it and stay with him. But like I said, the last straw for me was when he decided to, you know, go back to his ex-girlfriend, who at the time I just felt was just coming back around because now she's having a baby and, you know, she needs him to pretty much babysit, and she needs help with the baby.
Perfect timing.
And I found out as well he was abusive towards his ex-boyfriend at the time. He was beating on his ex-boyfriend. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I dodged like a bullet, because what if he would have been, you know, obviously an abuser. Once an abuser, always an abuser.
That's the truth.
But when
He did hit me up like a year and a half later, acting like he was someone else. He asked for my number and lied and said that it was for another gay guy that he knows is open to dating, and he thought that I would be a good match for his friend. I already knew, like,
Because I'm not stupid.
a text app number talking about, aren't you the boy that Michael used to talk to, and and I was purposely talking shit to this person, but I knew it was him, and he ended up just confessing, hey, that's me, damn, that's how you really feel about me, yada yada yada. I'm like, yeah, because you would dog me out to your friend and then dog me out to Mary, because Mary ended up keeping the baby. You know, mind you, they only known each other for like a week or two, and she was pregnant. And so he wasn't claiming the baby. He was saying that the baby wasn't his. She's a psychopath. She's crazy. He was talking shit about the baby to her. And they've been going through this nasty ass court situation. Last time I talked to Mary, she did hit me up too a while ago, updating me about stuff. And then after that, I haven't talked to her again. But pretty much dodged all that drama. Come to find out, he was also abusive towards his family members. His place that he was staying at was a mess. It was disgusting. And looking back at it now, like, ew, like, even when I like think about it, I'm like, I really was talking to someone that was, and not to talk bad about people that are on drugs, obviously, but it's just like, because there are really some really good people that are drug addicts, but they just are, you know, it takes over their mind, you know, the addiction. But besides the addiction, he's just not a good person. You know, I'm just really glad that I was able to get out of that by him breaking it off with me. But then again, why hit me up a year and a half later trying to see how I really feel about you? It just doesn't make any sense to me. But like I said before, I would never talk to someone that is on drugs again. I don't want a perfect person. I'm not perfect, but I do want someone that's not on drugs. I'm too young, I'm too cute, and I'm too fly to be dealing with someone that is on drugs. I had people do drugs right in front of me, never tried it, never even been offered, but no.
I have never.
Especially if I'm gonna be with you. Now, if you smoke weed, I can take it. I hate the smell of weed, but anything else, if you got any pill addictions, it's one thing if he was coming out of, you know, rehab and he was doing well, he was cleaning himself up, and he was still kind of struggling, but he was getting himself together. He has no plans to get himself together. I mean, when he kept having seizures, and this is before him and I were even talking, and Mary, for some reason, he would always beg Mary and James to bring alcohol. He knows that's one of the triggers, and they would bring it, ended up being in the hospital. And mind you, he's been in the hospital so many times, they know him by name, by face. They told him, so you need to get yourself together. I mean, you have 2 kids.
I do not want a man with a bunch of crazy kids everywhere.
You know, you have your ex-girlfriend who's carrying your child right now. So if you keep having seizures, you're going to end up dying. Who's going to take care of your kids? And mind you, this is the mindset of this psychopath, and who is 34 years old, 33 years old. He said, oh, my parents are just going to take care of them.
You're a bum.
I don't give a fuck what happens to me. So with someone that has that mindset that they have nothing to lose, and they just want to just do drugs for the rest of their life,
Has to go.
and just keep you in a warp of bullshit,
You're still putting us in a warp of bull.
you can't be with someone like that. I wish him all the best in life. I hope he's doing well. No ill will. I won't deal with someone that does drugs. I'm sorry. Not gonna do it. Anyways, this is the Prince Makai channel. Thank you guys for watching.
Peace.